everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. My name is Katie, and today we are making a soap that is going to be frosting free. So I've been calling them low top soaps, but that is so ugly. It's just a horrible name. So if you guys have a better idea for what I should call the bars with no soap frosting, let me know in the comments below, and that's probably what I'll end up calling it, because I haven't come up with very many good ideas yet. It's going to be scented in brown sugar and fig. This is a Nature's Garden candle scent. It does rice in your soap batch, but you can stick blend it out pretty easily, and it doesn't accelerate trace very much, so it's a pretty good one to work with, and it's really strong. Just a quick note, most of the time I do share exactly what fragrance oil I'm using, just because lots of people ask me that and I like being able to do that for you guys. But I've noticed a couple of comments on my last couple of videos when I haven't shared the fragrance oil, you know, asking me why I'm not, and then there's been like speculation as to whether I just forgot to say it or if I'm like keeping it a secret or whatever. Sometimes I am keeping it a secret. Sometimes it's a proprietary blend that I've done myself and I've worked really hard on it, so it's just kind of special to me and I'm not super ready to share it yet. So yeah, I'm not trying to cause offense to anybody, but you guys know sometimes things are just a little special to you and you're just not quite ready to share them yet. The first thing that we're going to do is blend up our lye water into our oils here. So I'm just going to pour this down the stick blender so that there is less bubbles in the batter. We're going to be using 3 different colors today. The main soap batter is going to be purple, and then it's going to have little swirls of brown and white in it. Now that my soap is good and blended, I'm going to pour off my accent colors into these 2 containers. As you can see, they are dirty, and that is because I have actually already made a batch of this. Caleb and I are trying to up our production, so the first thing that we're going to try to do is make more of the low top soap. So now instead of making 2 loaves, I'm making 4 of those. So I've already worked with this fragrance already, which was actually really helpful because now I feel I can talk about it with a greater knowledge. Eventually we will start making more of the high top soaps and probably making 4 to 6 loaves of that at a time. I'm just not ready for that level of commitment yet. I have a brand new baby. I'm still trying to get used to that. I am not ready to up production in that capacity quite yet, but that is what we're working towards. Now into this big container, I am adding Vibrance Purple Mica. This is from Nurture Soap. That is the best purple I have ever found, bar none. Into this little container, I am adding some brown oxide, dark brown oxide to be exact. That's from TKB. And then into this container, I'm adding my trusty old titanium dioxide to whiten it up a little bit. I am going to go ahead and mix these up first with a stick blender before adding my fragrance. That purple is just, yas, girl, it is so good. So as you can see, I have added in the fragrance oil now, and I'm going to blend them up, but first I'm going to show you what the ricing looks like. As you can see here in this brown, there's just little curdles in the soap. But once you mix it up like this is how I'm choosing to do it anyway, is mix it up with my spatula first and then go in with your stick blender. It smooths out completely. It's absolutely nothing to worry about. Definitely one of the easier ricing fragrances I've ever had to work with. Now as far as pouring style goes, I'm going to pour some of this white here into the big bucket of purple. I'm not pouring all of it because I find that my swirl gets kind of messy when I pour it all in there. So I'm just pouring about half of both of these colors into there. So now we're going to start pouring that into the mold. Alright, so we're pouring this now. The white gets a little bit chunky in this in the batter because it has titanium dioxide in it. And I honestly think that's going to make the soap look really good. Give it a little bit of texture in there. So now that I had about half left, I went ahead and poured the rest of the colors in there. You can see there goes some of the white down the middle. Some of the brown too. I'm just going to pour this side now. It is so difficult not to drip this all over the sides. I've got most of the soap in the molds now, so I'm gonna take my spatula, just kind of pat this down, wiggle it around so that it fills up all the cracks. Make sure it gets all the way to the edges too. That's something that in the past I think I've neglected, and it makes those bars a lot smaller, obviously, when you don't do that. I'm now scraping out the containers and adding anything that I have right down the middle of the soap. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead for you because this process takes a really long time. Lots of scrapey. It really does it lasts for minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to where I am decorating the tops. Okay, so I scraped out all of my buckets really well. I put the little extra tidbits right down the middle, and so the next part that I'm going to do is put some mica on top. So I'm going to take some of that same purple vibrance, and I'm just going to start putting it across the top like this. I am going to mix this all around, so it really doesn't matter where the actual mica falls. It just needs to have a little bit on every bar. You can put it however you like. So after putting the purple on, now I'm gonna put on a little bit of brown. This stuff is way more potent, so I'm not putting nearly as much on it. And now I'm gonna take my little 1/2 teaspoon measuring container here, and you can use any spoon you want. I just really like ones that are super rounded on the back. And I'm just gonna start mushing this around and mixing up the mica pretty good all the way down the soap bar. I'm gonna try to get the stuff that's in the middle a little closer to the sides, and that's why I put it down the middle, is so that I can move it to the sides to kind of mix up the mica pretty good. After we've done this, we're going to put some salt on top, and then maybe just a teeny tiny bit of glitter, and that's going to be the finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up this process because it does take a while, but it's fun to watch. Alright, so this is what the finished bars look like. I love it. It's so dark and mysterious. And if you've ever smelled the brown sugar and fig, it does kind of have a more sultry smell to it. So I love that purple is the base here. The colorants that I used for the salts were Pearl White from Nurture Soap, and then again the dark brown oxide. And then I just put some of my favorite glitter from TKB on the top. All of the links to the colorants and the glitter will be down in the description box below. So I'm gonna let this sit for 24 to 48 hours, and then we'll be back and we'll cut them all up. Alrighty, so we are back to cut the brown sugar and fig soap. This is also the part of the video where I will be giving you some details on the giveaway. So before I cut it, that's what we're gonna talk about. I am giving away 6 bars of soap from my last soap release, from the September soap release. So I have a cucumber melon, I have a dark kisses, I have a hot pink lime drink, I have a ride the barrel, a citrus bright, and a rosemary mint. So that's 6 soaps in total. This giveaway is open internationally. This is not the big international giveaway that I'll be doing for soap making materials. So this is just for fun. This is not your replacement giveaway, international people. So if you want to enter, all you have to do, there's only one requirement, and that is to go follow me on my personal Instagram. I will leave the little handle down below. It's at Katie W. Carson. That's all it is. Everyone who is following me is automatically entered to win. So if you're already following me, then you're already entered. This giveaway closes in a week. I will announce the person who has won publicly on Twitter, and I will private message them via direct message on Instagram. So yeah, good luck to everybody who wants to participate in that. And now we're going to go ahead and cut these soaps here. So I'm just gonna push down on my cutter. It's so nice because I don't have to take time to line everything up completely. I'm gonna pull one right here out of the middle, and this is what the soap looks like on the inside. It looks very marbly, and like I said, it looks kind of deep and mysterious with the colors that we picked. You've got all the pretty salts on top. Some of them are going to fall off, but most of them are going to stay on because of when I added them to the soap. It was still pretty liquidy when I did that. So the question of today is an interesting one. It's, would you rather have free food at any restaurant in the world for 10 years or free rent anywhere in the world for 5 years? I honestly don't know what I would choose for that. I don't know what would end up saving me the most money in the long run. But I'm gonna go ahead and guess rent. So I'm gonna go with rent for mine. If you wanna participate in this poll, click the eye in the upper right hand corner of the screen. I would be really interested again to see what you guys pick for this one. I'm always surprised. I'm always surprised. You guys always keep me guessing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, maybe even leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, you have a royal day, and bye for now.